You're listening to Purdue's #1 sports talk radio show, Sports Night on WCCR, Extreme College Radio.
Sweep to the right-hand side, into the 15, breaks to the outside, off the block, goes to the 10, to the 5, and he scoots into the end zone with a touchdown.
Moore has it, ahead to Johnson, Hill, play action pass, he rolls straight back, they've got a man wide open, it's Ross, he's at the 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown Boilermakers! Corner Smith shoots another 3. Bullseye! It's intercepted. Ricardo Allen may score. He's at the 30. He's at the 40. One man defeated Robinson. Robinson can't get him. He's at the 30, the 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Ricardo Allen.
Good evening, sports fans, and welcome to Sports Night. I am Mike Tainer.
And I'm Mike Becca.
And I'm Steve Pedrezza. Hope you all had a great Thanksgiving dinner, lunch, whatever time you eat on Thanksgiving, and to the students out there, had a good Thanksgiving break. How was your Thanksgiving, guy?
That's pretty good. Felt good to be home.
Good? Get a lot of turkey in you, Mike?
Oh, yeah.
All sorts of.
How was Florida, Mike?
Thank you very much. It was actually really fun. Got to go fishing with my cousins. Got to do a ton of stuff. It was good stuff.
I can't see the tan.
Only caught catfish, though. It wasn't really that
What
good.
was the temperature?
Huh?
What was the temperature?
80s?
Yeah.
87.
Yeah, that's nice.
It was nice. Yeah, it was nice, yeah. Anyways, we got a fantastic show lined up for you guys tonight. We're going to let you know what's happening in Purdue Athletics. We'll break down and analyze the Purdue football game versus IU and see which bowl game is more likely for the Boilermakers. Mike and I will take a look at Week 12 in the NFL in our segment, The Redzone. Finally, we'll go through some sports news in Headline Crossfire. You guys ready to go?
Oh, yes, sir. Let's do it. All right, guys, let's start off with Back in Black. This past week in Boilermaker Athletics.
The number 8 Purdue women's volleyball team had 2 games this past week to finish the regular season. Last Wednesday, the Boilers took on in-state rival IU for the Martin Spike Trophy. The ladies defeated the Hoosiers 3-1. Then on Friday, the team traveled up to Madison to take on Wisconsin and defeated Bucky 3-0. The Purdue women's volleyball team finished the regular season with a record of 27-4, 15-4 in conference play, and are the 5th seed in the NCAA women's volleyball tournament. The ladies' first-round match will be this Friday at home versus Morehead State.
Purdue Wrestling had a tough outing Saturday, finishing 1-3 at the Journeyman A6 Northeast Duels, hosted at the Hudson Valley Community College, falling 2-4 in head-to-head competition this season. The Boilermakers lost to Binghamton University, number 16 Rutgers, and number 10 Lehigh University, but finished the day in an upset victory over the 14th-ranked American University. The Purdue wrestling team will take the mat again on Thursday at Northern Illinois.
Last Friday, the Purdue men and women's swimming and diving teams traveled to Iowa City. The women's team defeated the Iowa Hawkeyes 182-118, while the men's team lost to both Iowa 155-145 and Ohio State 170-130. The Purdue men's and women's swimming and diving teams will compete again this weekend in the Ohio State Invitational in Columbus, Ohio.
The number 13 Purdue women's basketball team traveled to Cancun, Mexico for the Cancun Challenge. The Boilers first took on Tulane and defeated the Pelicans 61-48. Brittany Rayburn had a hot shooting night to lead all scorers with 20 points on 7 of 13 shooting, including a season-high 5 of 8 from three-point range. In the second round, the Lady Boilers took on Kansas State and defeated the Wildcats 46-42. The number 13 Purdue women's basketball team will compete again this Thursday at Duke.
Purdue men's basketball team played 2 games over the past week. Last Wednesday, the Boilers took on Western Michigan and defeated the Broncos 80-37. Robbie Hummel had 11 points, 3 blocks, and Jacob Lawson added 10 points. Then on Saturday, the team took on Coppin State and defeated the Eagles 78-57. Robbie Hummel scored 24 points and added 8 rebounds. What'd you guys think?
It was tough over Thanksgiving break because being at home, the game wasn't on. It was a Big Ten student production, so I really wasn't able to watch either game, unfortunately. But I was able to watch the game cast on PurdueSports.com. Watch the game cast. I know it's kind of tough because we have to pay to hear the the broadcast, Larry Clisby, and try to watch it. You got to pay for it. You got to get a year subscription and all that crap. But just looking at the numbers, pretty good. I mean, we're consistently getting decent points from Hummel and Smith, our two senior leaders. Love seeing Jacob Lawson in the mix also.
Yeah, he looked good. I went to the game on Saturday. I came back early to see the basketball game, and he looked good. He looked good, and Tyrone Johnson, surprisingly, he led the team at halftime with 11 points.
Right. So, that's all we can ask for is just consistent offense from Hummel and Smith. And you know what? To get 8 to 10 points from Jacob Lawson, 8 to 10 points from Kelsey Barlow, Lewis Jackson, even DJ Bird sometimes is in the mix too. I know he's been suffering a little bit with a leg injury, suffered in the second game. I can't think of who that was versus. It's slipping my mind. But,
Iona,
there we go.
That's it?
No, it was before that.
Was it really?
Iona was in the tournament. It was the game
Are
before
you sure?
that.
It was the game before.
It was the game before that because it was a game.
I don't know. It was Southern Indiana.
Southern Indiana.
That's
there we
it.
go.
Yeah, that's who it was.
Yeah.
Yep.
But just looking at the defensive numbers, I looked just over the turnovers in the last two games. Purdue defense, forced 33 turnovers the last two games. So,
that's the defense
defense is the name of the game for this Purdue basketball team. What do you guys think? Just defensively, looking at the scores, Western Michigan only scored 37. Granted, Copen State, good offensive team, but not defensively. They only scored 57 points.
Yeah, they looked good on Saturday from what I saw defensively. They had their hands up, and the shots that the Eagles took were definitely contested shots.
Right.
Yeah, the defense has to be the focal point of this team all season. Offense is going to be there some games, and it's going to not be there some games, strictly because of the fact that this is a perimeter shooting team.
Right.
And any kind of a team that relies on shooting perimeter shots or any kind of long range twos is going to have their down games. There's going to be games where guys just aren't making shots, and that's when your defense is going to have to play good because, let's be honest, we have no inside game whatsoever.
Right.
Every now and then, yes, but no consistent inside game. There's no go-to guy in the post.
Right.
So this team's going to have to rely on shooting. So in those games where just things aren't clicking, the defense is going to have to step it up.
Exactly.
Right. Just looking past in the Puerto Rico tip-off challenge, I calculate Boilers only made 63% of their free throws.
Yeah.
That's been up the last two games. Granted, maybe it's a little home cooking, being on our home court. You practice on that court, every single day. But Boilers over the last two games, 81% from free throw line, so that's a big jump in that number. 3-point range, I know we're still kind of relying heavily on the three ball.
That's probably gonna have to change.
It's gonna have to change. You got to. It's nice to see Jacob Lawson score. Tall guy scoring under the basket. You got to get guys like that. Sandy Marchuch and Travis Carroll got to be. They got to step up a little bit more. Granted, their play has been probably both of them have given 125, 150%.
Yeah,
they just got to get consistent on offense. Is what it is.
Yeah,
because their offense looks like. They just they kind of look lost, and it's surprising to me. For being second-year players, you'd think they'd be a little bit farther down the road as far as knowing what to do.
We last year heavily relied on Juwan Johnson.
That's the truth. They didn't get many reps.
He played almost 40 minutes every game.
He averaged 34 minutes a game.
Well, he had to. That's a different team. We're not going to get into that. But he had to.
I'm just saying. The team last year didn't have. Great. It was Juwan Johnson offensively.
But you would hope that they would learn from that. I don't know. I'm not going to judge. I don't know how the practices go.
It's one thing in practice and then one thing in game situations.
True. It's true.
So I've seen great improvement from these guys over the last 6 games.
Over the last 6 games. Look how much Lawson has. I think. He's already He's already playing over Carroll. So.
Right. So we've seen progress from the big guys.
Yeah.
Last first 6 games this season. Well, hopefully there's more to come. I know we got a big game tomorrow against Miami in the Big Ten ACC Challenge.
Yep.
Should be a good atmosphere. Go ahead.
Right. I was going to say, I think the team needs to give Sandy the ball more. Every time on offense, you just see him he calls for the ball every play. You know what I'm talking about?
He just puts his hands up. He's like, give it to me.
Give me. And then the best is when he's inside the paint, he counts for 3 seconds.
Oh, yeah.
He makes sure he's not in there for 3 seconds. You see him going in the paint, and he's counting to himself.
And then he quickly scrambles out.
Scrambles out at about 2.5. It's kind of funny.
Yeah.
But it's it's what players have to do to make sure they
that's
don't
what
get
we
that
gotta do.
3-second call.
That's right. But I just think what I want to see more of is just, especially now, we're going to be playing some ACC teams, some actual decent challenge. I mean, Miami's not great, but they're not bad, whatever. I want to see more, even if you're not going to use your post guys to score, at least use the post up to try and spread the court.
Right.
Because I mean, even if your post up guy is Jawan Johnson or Sandy, Marchuch, whatever. When you post up, you can spread the court around your post player, and then that should help the offense kind of get in sync. I mean, what it has looked like to me so far this season, it's too much of just passing around, and then shoot because you have to.
And then, keep going on that, keep passing.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, the shot clock's down to 7.
Yeah, we've had a lot of deep shot clocks.
A lot of errant shots, deep shots.
Exactly.
That missed the rim completely.
Right. So, I mean,
too strong, too short,
Right. That's what I'm saying. Posting up, I think, would be able to heal some of that. Not all of it, because it's not Johnson. You're not going to get double-teamed. I mean, Sandy won't be double-teamed. But, you know what I'm saying? At least
if you get production from, posting up, that does bring double teams.
Exactly.
And then that'll open the court.
Yeah. Yep. So we'll see what Coach Painter wants to do. I mean, hopefully we'll start being able to incorporate our big guys a little bit more than we have.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Other news for tomorrow, Jawan Johnson is being honored tomorrow.
Yep.
Supposedly there is a banner presentation.
Yeah, they're going to do something tomorrow.
Yeah.
And then we also got that, and then the Paint Crew video should be debuted.
What I was going to ask, too. Any Paint Crew news? I know you got a big trip coming up in a little over 2 weeks, right?
Yeah, well, we're going to Xavier this weekend.
Right.
So that'll be huge. And then, we got the Paint Crew video should be debuting tomorrow night at the Miami game. So
nice.
People should look forward to that. That'll be fun.
Saying it's hilarious.
I'm going to miss that. Somebody recorded with their phone.
Well, they said is
it going to be online?
Yeah, they said that hopefully it'll be on YouTube.
Okay, good stuff. I was going to say, I'm going to miss it.
Paint Crew always uploads good videos.
Yeah.
Especially the one last year with Jared Sullinger
was a good one.
Singing
Miley Cyrus
in USA. Yeah, because that was on his iPod pregame.
Well, that was Ohio State's pregame video when their team would come out. Yeah. It was the whole team singing "Party in the USA."
Party in the Columbus, Ohio. That's nice.
Yeah. So, what you guys think the Big Ten can beat the ACC this year? I think so.
It's without a doubt.
Oh yeah.
After the past, I mean, the ACC had been killing the Big Ten, but last year we won. I think we can do it again this year.
I think so too.
I'm confident. Absolutely. I think there's a definite chance.
Well, moving on to another game, Purdue football.
Has plenty of time, throws to the end zone. It is caught. Is it in bounds? Yes! Touchdown, Boilermakers. 12-yard line. Mostert coming back to the middle. He's at the 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Still on his feet. 45, midfield, into Indiana territory. 40, 35, 30, 25, 20. Cuts back. 15, still on his feet. Down to the 10-yard line. Raheem Mostert takes it all the way down to the Indiana 9-yard line before he's dragged down. Marv hands it off to Bolden. Bolden cuts back. 5. Touchdown. Ralph Bolden. And it's Siller giving the ball to Hunt. Hunt coming near side. Midfield. 45-40. 35. Cuts back to the 30. 25-20. 15. Still on his feet. 10. Down to the 5-yard line. 50-yard run. The longest run of the season for the Boilermakers. And Akeem Hunt takes Purdue back inside the Case IH red zone. Hands the ball off to Edison. Edison into the end zone. Touchdown, Purdue. And Tavian Edison with the touchdown. And the Boilermakers lead it now 32-17. Freshman Trey Roberson rolling out to throw. Looking back down the field. Throws down the middle of the field. And the ball is caught at the 22-yard line, or is it intercepted? It's intercepted! Intercepted by the Boilermakers!
The Purdue football team took on Indiana for the old Oaken Bucket Saturday and defeated the Hoosiers 33-25. Looking at the individual stat sheet, total offense for Purdue, we had 508 yards total offense. One other key stat, penalties. We had 9 of them for 90 yards.
What's new?
Individual stats in rushing, Akeem Hunt came in after Ralph Bolden went out with a leg injury. We still don't know the word on him, and Akeem Shaver was out with concussion-like symptoms. Akeem Hunt had 10 carries for a total of 100 yards. Passing, we saw both quarterbacks, Caleb Turbush. He completed 16 of 25 passes for 192 yards, 1 touchdown pass, and was sacked once. Robert Marv was in there for, I believe, 2 series. Went 3 for 6 for 24 yards.